when you have a child and your child grows up and they become an adult and you're like, oh, I'm done, my job is done, right?
Get your hand out of my pocket!
You didn't do what you were supposed to do during their developmental years, during their years of growth, the time that you were supposed to be teaching them and being there with them, not only through verbal lessons, but through exemplary lessons, like being an example to them, right? And showing them by your actions of how they're supposed to conduct themselves as functioning adults out in society. So they grow up, even though they're physically grown in terms of age, their thinking and their thought process and their thought capacity is not where it needs to be. So you, if you care or not, still have some work to do. Even though they're physically grown up, they're actually still developing and they still need your support. So that I don't have to support them and other people don't have to support them. And the reason why I'm connecting these together today, my son is 13 years old and we just came from the bank and I just opened up him a checkings account. He already had a savings account. He has a passport. So he has investment accounts, he has a Ameritrade, Coinbase, I kind of take care of those things for him, but he's invested in crypto. He made some money this year gaming. So I said, look, son, invest that money.
Get your hand out of my pocket!
He invested into some, computer equipment and things like that he needed to, to enhance his gaming. So I was like, okay, that's a good investment. But the money that's left over, don't just look for things to buy. Look for things to invest. So he says, yo, dad, buy me some ETH. I'm gonna, wait till it gets to a certain amount and sell it. But these are lessons that I have been teaching him over and over again, just being there for him, just helping him develop, being an example to him, not just telling him verbally, but just showing him, whatever he needs, I can provide. I'm there. Your parents actually teach you either way. If you got good parents and they did everything that they were supposed to do and they taught you valuable lessons, I don't expect every child or young person to be able to differentiate between these things, right? Because human beings, not just children, they learn through observation. So, most times I understand if the son follows the path of the father, whether it be a good path or a negative one, because that's a normal progression of human development. So your parents teach you. If you had bad parents and they didn't do what they were supposed to do, they taught you what not to do. I'm gonna die not knowing who my father was. So at a very young age, I know how that felt. I says, look, I'm not gonna be the type of father that will not be there for his child or his children. So I was able to take that negative and turn it into a positive. I understand how vital I am to his life. Even if we're watching a movie or a cartoon or a TV show and I extract a lesson out of it, I'll pause it right in the middle of the show and be like, do you understand what's about to happen right now? Can you kind of see where this is going or what? Just based off of what you've seen so far, what do you anticipate happening? Or the subtitles or the captions across the screen, I'll pause it. If a certain word pops up that's not used in everyday vocabulary, I'll say, look, you understand what that word means by the context of this conversation? Do you have an idea of what that word means? So even while we're being entertained, I'm still using that as lessons to teach. When we're out in society and we're doing business, if there's something that I need to explain or something that I need to point out to him, I make sure that I do that because I understand how important that is. So if I were to die today, my son has enough knowledge and he has enough information, and I've given him enough to be able to build upon that so that he becomes a functioning, successful person out here in society, even in my absence. Okay. So long story short, just take care of your children. If you haven't taken care of them when they were developing and for whatever circumstances you wasn't there for them, for whatever reason you wasn't able to be there for them, and they've all grown up now and they have some deficiencies, then you're still obligated even in their adulthood. As always, never telling you what to think, just ask that we start thinking. Yeah,
Get your hand
that's
out of
it.
my